It's the top of the hour. Nicholas, are we ready?
We are ready. Give me 1 second. In case we do run out of room on the Zoom, we will be live on our YouTube. It will also be live on nelolife.com/live. So it will automatically stream over there. Give me 1 second to connect all that. As soon as I hit the recording button, we will kick off and be ready to go. Thank you guys all for jumping on. We appreciate you. Excited to share our first ever, what are we calling this call?
Our co-creation call.
Whatever that means. It sounds really good. Eric likes to make up lots of words, and I think it's cool. So there we go there. We are streaming. Let me start the recording and we will kick it off. Thank you guys all for joining us.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, friends, family. Appreciate you coming on. It's our very first ever corporate co-creation call. Nick asked, what is that? Instead of calling it just a corporate update call, since we're all about co-creation, I'm going to touch on that word here the next couple of minutes. You know, I thought, let's make this a true co-creation call where our affiliates, our leaders in the field, the heartbeat of our company feels like they can come close to the campfire and, you know, just always have a good pulse on what's going on. And so appreciate you jumping on our very first one of many. We'll try to do these at least weekly as we're ramping up here. So look, we know you've got tons of questions. It's a lot of excitement, a lot of electricity. There's a lot of what I like to call ignorance on fire because you're excited, you're hopeful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I know I speak on behalf of Nick, Larry, and this pretty lady that you're going to meet here a little bit later, Miss Natalie. That we're incredibly grateful. In the last few weeks, we have had so many amazing servant leaders, literally from all walks of life. And we're talking not just multiple 6, 7, 8 figure earners, which is great, but they're just really good people. And they're either like, I got one more run in me. We got brand new people that are like, this looks cool. This looks different. And we are grateful for all of it, right? And, you know, if you go, if you went to the original landing page, you know, we put on there, we will officially pre-launch at the end of April. And then word got out, probably because of me, you know, that Nick likes to slap me back in line when I start talking too much. But, you know, we're going to be the company that under promises and over delivers. So we will pre-launch before then. Is it going to be next Monday? Is it going to be next Wednesday? Is it going to be the week after? We're going to launch, we're going to pre-launch when the time is right. So friends, let me get back to the real substance of this call. You know, we call it a co-creation call for a reason, because it's something myself, Nick, Larry, Natalie, the rest of our corporate team take very, very seriously. It's a crown that is very, very heavy for us because we have been in many of your shoes. You know, whether you did a home-based business, you tried some direct selling, maybe even got involved with a traditional type company and you got excited and you started pouring your hopes, your dreams, started making sacrifices away from people you care about, things you like doing. And you started really investing the substance and fabric of who you are into those goals and dreams, only to have those completely ripped away. Devastated in many ways. And can I see a show of hands? How many out there? I mean, you can relate to what I'm talking about. You got excited. You were hoping for a better future. This is it. And then decisions were made behind the corporate curtain that really left you frustrated, depressed, maybe even questioning yourself and human nature. Well, guess what? I see almost 100 hands go up already. And we've all been there. Myself, Nick, Larry, we have so many. Some people call them horror stories. We call them life lessons and really blessings because they've all led us to this point right here with you. And you've probably heard us say over and over, we never wanted to be owners of a relationship-driven and network marketing company. That's true. We never thought we wanted to be until we went through a lot of things we went through and came to the power of now where technology and all this perfect storm of opportunity has come together to really build a global community that inspires, uplifts, and transform lives. And as a byproduct, we're going to leave our own positive dent in the universe for those that are willing to believe, answer the call to leadership. But we take this incredibly seriously. I mean, that's all we talk about. Is this in the best interest of our affiliates? Can we pay out more? What's more value? And we haven't even flipped the switch and turned it on yet. And we're already thinking this way. And, finally, what I'll say is, our 3 core values of trust, transparency, transformation, those aren't just, billboard type material that looks good on a website, looks good on documents. It's the essence of who we are. And trust, I really want to touch on that one because Stephen Covey Jr., he wrote a book, it's been over a decade ago. It's called The Speed of Trust, talking about how trust is the new currency. And I think it became kind of a buzzword there for a while. But if you kind of think about trust, it's a really precious thing. Even as much as I've grown to love Larry, Nick, Natalie, the people, right here on the Zoom, and many of you who I see on here, that trust is only going to grow over time, but it only takes one really poor decision. And I'm pointing out ourselves on the corporate team. We make one decision out of pride, out of ego, out of greed, out of ignorance, out of arrogance, whatever it might be. And we can violate that trust with you for the rest of our lives and spend the rest of our lives trying to rebuild it and repair it. And, I'm just trying to share with you where our heart is, because every day, the biggest question that we're getting is not so much for $59 a month. Is that too good to be true? It's really, tell me about these owners, because I want to believe again. I want to dream again, but I've been hurt so many times. Tell me about these guys. So it's important that we get people on these calls and you hear from us, because, we all love making money, but that's not what drives us on the corporate side. And by the way, it's not just the 4 of us. We've got a world-class corporate team, and you're going to see more and more of them, just like you're getting to meet a new face here tonight. But, everybody loves to make money. The most generous people I know make lots of money, but that's not our driving force. We really want to radically transform the world, and somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to step up and answer the call. Wait, with technology, with translations, with the value we can bring to people in every corner of the planet, unify them, uplift them, transform them where they are, and ultimately transform the greater world. That's what drives us. That's what gets us out of bed. That's why most of us haven't been to the gym in weeks. We haven't seen our family, our kids, because we know how precious the power of now is. And I just got one slide I'm going to share with you real quick. Natalie or Nick, if you can pull up the co-creation agreement. You all have rights here. You have rights too. And I think a lot of relationship marketing companies, they tend to look at their distributors, their reps, their affiliates. They treat them like a commodity. They treat them like free labor. They treat them like, just second-class citizens sometimes, because it's like they know better. You're our free sales force. You just go drive the revenue. We'll do what we think's best. But it couldn't be any more untrue here. You have equal rights. We're in business. We're in partnership together in Nélo Life. We are doing this together. In fact, you'll hear us say, we want you to consider this every bit as much your company as it is our company. We want you to bring your ideas. We want you to bring your insights. We want you to bring the best parts of you. Now, can we listen to all those things and implement it all the time? Of course not. It's impossible to make everybody happy all the time, but your voice matters here, especially in the beginning, because right now, I will just tell you point blank, like, we are looking for the leaders, the visionaries, the pioneers. The settlers are all going to come in droves later, and we still love our settlers now, even though terrain's a little bumpy in any startup. But the pioneers, the visionaries, everything ultimately rises and falls on leadership. So if we can just go to that next slide there, Natalie, just that third one. Actually, I'll talk about this one real quick. So, Natalie made these beautiful slides. This is our first co-creation call. And just imagine if what we're saying is true, and they're not hollow words, and we don't have a secret agenda, hidden agenda. We don't have anything less than your best interests in mind. Imagine just for a second, if you will, if that's true. Are you willing to dream again? Are you willing to give it one more run? Are you willing to stretch yourself farther again? Are you willing to stretch your comfort zone to a new comfort zone you never thought possible. And your passions, your dreams, your journey, you are at the center of this movement. We're going to make sure that you have a value-driven membership that's always growing, that relates to you and others that come in, because not everybody's you. So there's going to be different things that appeal to different people. And we want you to make it a reality with us. So the last thing I have, and I appreciate your time, is the fact that you do have rights here. You have your own co-creation agreement. And this will be on our website. It'll be in the digital office. And, you know, you can read through this, but you do have the right to be our top priority through authentic transparency. And that means you're going to hear things that you don't want to hear sometimes. Because I'll tell you right now, we're going to screw up. The day I'm the perfect husband and father is the day I'll be the perfect business owner with these wonderful guys that I'm surrounded with, right? And the reality is, yes, our goals, I would be disappointed if we didn't put in tens of thousands of people across the world in our first 30 days. In fact, I know it's going to happen. And I think it's going to be 2-3x that. Are we going to break stuff? Of course, that's our job. Are there going to be times where we unintentionally make a mistake? Of course. But we're going to be radically transparent. And if it's our fault, we're going to own up to it. Because I found people are pretty darn forgiving if they just sense true authenticity and transparency, no deception. Number 2, to share in the revenue, be paid on time, every time. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you go back there now? Guess what? We're going to pay you right at 70 cents of every dollar that comes in on every single lifestyle membership is going to get paid right out to our field, right out to our affiliate family. And you deserve to get paid on time, every time, if not earlier. Number 3, the money that's left over, we're going to be pouring a lot of that into reinvestment of technology, a lot of fun promotion trips, a lot of incentive trips, a lot of other fun things. So you're going to be participating in that. Number 4, we want you to work to uplift your local community. So we're starting off the first year. It's not $40 to be an affiliate for the entire year. That's US dollars. It's going to be $20. All we're going to ask within 30 days of signing up in your digital office, just verify you've made a minimum $20 donation to your favorite church, charity, NGO. Because we want to start right out of the gate and think about, that's a ton of money that we could probably use for other reasons. We're like, no, let's give it back to the local communities if we're sincere in being a global force for good. Number 5, to have real peace of mind as a partner with the corporate team. And that comes with just knowing that you can trust us. You can trust us. And then 6, to be our voice, eyes, and ears in the field. And we're going to talk more about this on another call, but you know, we have to protect this house together. We're already starting to see some things that, you know, I admire the creativity. I admire the entrepreneurial spirit, but we want to protect this because yes, we want you to make a lot of money quickly, but it's more important to us that you're making money 20, 30 years from now because of your vision today. And then to reasonable notice of any major decisions, if we have to make any changes, we'll always get feedback, real-time feedback within our community and give you plenty of notice. By the way, I foresee those decisions being decisions that make us even better than what we are today. And then finally, we talk about trust, transparency, transformation. And again, they're just words, and it's our job to make sure you believe in those core values based off our words and our actions. I appreciate you having me on. I have the pleasure now of turning it over to our co-founder, dear friend, compliments all of us here, and really just a true workhorse. And I'm just blessed that when I shared it with him, he said yes. And ever since then, he has just become a core pillar to everything that we're doing. So without further ado, my dear friend, co-owner, co-founder, Nick Sorensen, take it away, brother.
We're actually going to go to Larry first of all. He's going to go through some of the testimonies, what people are saying in the short order. So it was been less than, I believe, 3 weeks when we finally said, less than that, we finally said, hey, go. And so it's been running incredibly fast. But we wanted to bring some things from people who are saying for the field. So Larry, many of you guys know him. He's built absolutely incredible, huge organizations around the globe. And I've been on so many Zooms these last few weeks and the last year for that matter. And the amount of positive things that people say about Larry, He's one of those guys that he will outwork you for sure. I don't know if there's many people that outworked me in my career, but Larry's definitely one of them. So Larry, take it away.
Hey, Nick, thank you. And Eric, incredible. Yeah, one thing I just want to say right off the bat, I've been building this now for just a couple of weeks and connecting with my people and my teams and my families around the world. They are absolutely loving what we've put together, and I just want to say, when myself and Nick and Eric a couple of weeks ago, we were in Dallas, we wanted to put something together where people could win. We wanted to have that $79 price point where everybody could afford it. And, what we're going to do with that $59 membership, we are going to put so much value in there that people are going to literally continue to pay that membership and bless you. So I want to go to a couple of people. I was asking a lot of people today to just send in their messages. Nathalie, she's in Canada, so she's got a lot of teams all over in the French markets. She's already, building us incredible tools, and she's just excited about the travel. She wants to meet her teams around the world and see magnificent places and very comfortable budget. Secondly, I know just with working with her, she's already, got so many great leaders coming in from around the world. She's in Canada, but she's got teams all over France. So we'll go ahead to the next one. And this is our friend Doug. Doug is here in the United States with us, and you can see right here that Doug's passion. He's former military, and he wants to help homeless veterans. So this is something literally where we want to change people's lives, and we've got people all over the world. I think the main thing that I've felt from people just sharing this is they've got hope again. They know they're going to win here, and we've designed this where the people that are building the community with us, we want them to win the most. So we'll go ahead to the next slide. And we have actually a lot of people also in our global markets, people that I've actually been working with for decades. So, and I know Tony, I think Tony might be up next, but he's in Vietnam. So, okay, Rosina's another one I love. I've done some late night calls with her. She's here in the US. She's excited about Nélo Life, excitement through the roof. In this industry, we look at teams, family, loyalty, everything else comes easy after that. For me personally, the integrity of the founders makes me feel right at home. I just met Rosina just a couple of weeks ago, and she's already just so excited. This is Syria in Singapore. I've been up on several early morning 7 a.m. California Zooms with Syria already. So she's just super excited. You can see Nélo Life, they're just literally pioneer, game-changing concept, network marketing, combining all elements of wellness, learning, trading, automatic under one roof. So Syria is going to be building a big business with us as well. She's got teams in India. Nancy H here in the United States, she's excited because it helps her, and I'll find myself others to dream the opportunity to earn the money to afford everyday travel expenses. So a lot of people are leaning into the travel. That's great, because a lot of people can't travel because they don't have those extra funds. That's exactly why when Eric Allen brought up the travel, we knew what he had done with travel in the past, and we knew he was going to build a great business. And Nancy is excited because she is going to absolutely travel the world. Marna, one of my favorite people, she is in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got my twin brother right here. We make documentaries, and we had a big premiere. He's right there in Nashville with our documentary. Marna was right there at opening night. She's been involved in other relationship marketing companies in the past, some where she was learning, some where she was leading. Nélo Life is the first time she's ever felt a true collective and heart base with people co-creating in a way that allows everyone to win. Marna is going to build an incredible team, and I know she's got Dixie. I'm just proud to be working with her. So one thing I just want to say really quick, Tony in Vietnam, I have known Tony for over 25 years. We have been a family. I've built big teams with him in the nutrition industry. Tony got started, and he said, Larry, I can't even explain to you how much I needed this. I called him about 3 weeks ago. He said, I am going to build the biggest team in Vietnam. My people need this. The price point's right. We love your branding. So Tony's just somebody else I've been on the journey with, and I'm I'm so glad to be working with him again. So he loves Nélo Life. So we'll go ahead to the next one. I got a lot of these, so I'm going through them, trying to go kind of fast. Scott in the USA, he's just so excited about what we're putting out. Speed of the creation here. We're doing in a couple of weeks what it's taken most companies 4 months to do. And that is absolutely a lot to do with the incredible Natalie, because she is just an absolute superstar. And, she's gave us $1 billion branding. Sean in South Africa, Sean is so excited about the Nick part, with the trading and the Forex bots. I've known Sean for about 6 years. He's built big teams all over South Africa and all over the world. Again, he said his people in South Africa needed something like Nélo Life. So he's very, very excited as well. Dr. K, we all love Dr. K. Dr. K's got contacts all over the world. I'm excited to be traveling the world with him. He's already got incredible leaders lined up. So he said it's just one of the greatest opportunities. And I know Dr. K is going to win big here, and he wants to have one more big build under his belt, and he's going to get it with Nélo Life. So we'll go ahead to the next one. Lila is one of our incredible leaders. I got to work with Lila in our last business. She's just such an incredible leader. She said it's a privilege to be part of this groundbreaking global lifestyle movement. And, one thing I'll say about Lila is she is such a consummate leader. I watch her posts. I watch her Facebook. She's such a professional, but she also is just so driven to help people and to help her teams. And myself and Nick, we've been on a couple of her Zooms with hundreds of people. So Lila's going to have that success here as well. Juan in Mexico, this is one of my great friends. Again, 20 years. I've been doing this for 35 years. Juan in Mexico, I called him out of the blue. I said, Juan, we haven't done anything in a couple of years, but I think you're going to love this one. He's got about 4 kids. He's excited to build this. He's like, I'm a stay-at-home dad, but I know I can do this, and I'm ready to take my family around the world. So that's what it's all about. Oh, guys, Tim's got my heart. Tim is in the Ukraine, just an incredible friend of mine. He has gone through hell the last 2 years with what's been happening in the Ukraine. And, I've already been working and getting people lined up for him. This company is going to change his life. His family, they had to flee Ukraine, and they're back together now. He said, this is the time that this can help the people of Ukraine. And I know we're going to put thousands of people. So I get emotional with Tim because he's very special. Liz, guys, another one that's got my heart. I love Liz Perkins. I just met her several months ago, but she's like a sister to me now. And, I know that Liz is going to have a big win here. And there's so many people that we're going to change their lives. And Liz, I love you, and we're going to do big things. So I can't say enough about Liz Perkins. And let me just say one more thing before I turn it over to Nick. I know a lot of the people out there are just giving hate for me and Eric and Nick, and, oh, this is a money grab. This is $79, and everybody on this Zoom, and I know there's a lot of people that I've worked with through the years. I truly believe that what we have put together is going to be one of the best opportunities where someone can come in for $79. They can absolutely plug in, they can duplicate, and if they put in the work, we have got something here that can change people's lives. I'm so looking forward to traveling the world with people, but my heart, my dad, 44 years ago, my dad taught me about network marketing. I don't even think I was barely a teenager, but I learned network marketing, and I met people along the way. There's a lady on this Zoom right now. Her name is Risa. She knows my dad. She probably knew me when I was in diapers, but my dad passed away 8 years ago, but I've still got people like Risa and Janice. Those people are in my life. And I know Risa right now, she's going through a hard time. Her brother's in a nursing home. She's like, I can't even tell you, I can't even afford half the time the money to go see my brother in the nursing home. I've got her plugged in. We're building a list. This will be one of the biggest wins that Reese's ever had. This is about helping people. This is about changing people's lives. We're not into the hype. We literally have built this where you guys can make the most money. Natalie is building videos and tools. We want you to have that success. And I want everybody to know, I know they're talking crap about us. It doesn't matter. Our heart is in it. It's $79. And what we can do, we want to plug you in to have success. So So love everybody on this Zoom, Nick, Natalie, Eric, all the people listening, all of our leadership. Let's go out and build something finally that we can all win. And that's what this is all about. So I'm going to turn it over right now to Nick Sorensen. And I've known Nick through the years as well. Nick has got one of the incredible sense of humor. He's always making us laugh, but Nick is also brilliant. And Nick literally knows the numbers. He's kind of a savant like that, stuff that would make my head hurt. So, but Nick's going to go over a couple of exciting things we've got. Well, so Nick, take it away, buddy.
I appreciate it. If anyone questions why this company was launched and started, all you got to do is go back and listen to Eric, his vision, his excitement, what he wants to create here, not for him, not for, his legacy, but literally for the people. Listen to Larry, get emotional, talking about some people that he loved and care about. And that's really where this whole thing started from. Hey, if we can go do something that's better, right? Whether it's better in travel, whether it's better on the trading piece, whether it's better in retail, better in the compensation, work our absolute tails off, but to give opportunity to people around the globe, to give value to people, whether they're customers, whether they're affiliates, we're like, we can do that. And it's worth every 2 hour, 3 hour night of sleep. It's worth every, long night, every long Zoom. And so I know we've got that question a lot last few weeks. I assure you, if that question comes up for someone you're talking to, have them go watch that. Go watch Eric's heart, Larry's heart, a passion for people. That's really what we're here for. Years ago, I resigned from my first company, and my wife and I went separate directions career-wise. And she says, I don't care what you do, just never chase money. And she said that because she knew that my heart was with the people, and it's all about building, providing value for people. And so our goal here is to basically just do that. Deliver as much value as we can, create as much opportunity, but have an absolute blast doing it with some amazing like-minded people. So I get the pleasure of going through updates, kind of really where we're at as a company. If you have not noticed yesterday, the website is live. This is not something that we promoted for weeks and weeks or days and days to say, hey, it's going live. We put it live. We always want to deliver. Eric said it early on. We always want to say, hey, under promise, over deliver. We definitely want to have surprises pop up, not in the negative sense, but in the positive sense from that standpoint for sure. And so the website is live. Check it out. Now, this is the first one. We have a philosophy here: is done is better than perfect. Okay. And so they're going to be making improvements, making additions, adding more pages, adding more category pages, but it was necessary to 100% get it up as quick as possible. Check out our Nélo gear. There's gear there already. We've had a ton of orders go through just from the gear, from the standpoint. Brand yourself, see where we're at. We'll be adding more and more to that. We'll be adding more and more to the website, to the page, but we want to see that, hey, this really is just to highlight our tech team, highlight our marketing team, our creative team. Like, we have so many different incredibly talented people running hard at this. And check out the website out. It's absolutely beautiful, and will continue to get better and better and better and stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, with that being said, people are like, hey, this travel portal, we've talked a lot about travel. What does it look like? Basically, it looks incredibly clean, very sharp. Here's just an image of some of the design. And so what is the travel portal? It's just like your normal website you go to search for prices for travel. It's just here you get direct the net lowest cost pricing. And so when you become a member here, this will be behind a login page where you can come up here, check out all the lowest prices. But as you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful, very clean. We're rushing as fast as we can to deliver and get this ready and opened up to where people can see it, can experience it, take it for a test drive. Now, the question we get all the time is, give us some dates, okay? And so we are working very hard. When I say we, it is everybody. Our tech team has been crushing it. I can't tell you how many Zooms I've been on in the wee hours, early in the morning, late at night, working very hard to make sure everything is ready. We will not launch too soon, but we also know that it's important to get to a good starting desire this. You just saw a very, very small percentage of those people that are so jacked for us to launch this. We will be having it. It will definitely beat the date that we have on the website. But we want to make sure that things are ready to go. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the retail store will most likely launch after we open this thing for pre-launch. Now, it's not because of product. I was actually there at our warehouse yesterday. We have 10 different products that are on the shelves, everything ready to go, labels on, they look beautiful, ready to be shipped for that nutrition brand. Just connecting all the tech pieces to make this thing work. As you guys have heard us talk numerous times, I think we're way more of a technology company than even a travel company, than even a financial company, even a retail company. And so we want to make sure that everything works, the whole system, this whole membership club, you get a phenomenal experience in it. And so we need to make sure that's 100% ready. And so when we do the turn this thing on for enrollments, it will be in a pre-launch environment, a pre-enrollment environment to where you can definitely sign up. The travel will be live. But the retail piece will not come live. And same thing with the financial. We are connecting a couple parties to make this thing very simple. You heard some testimonials, but people are really excited about the trading piece outside of the United States. And we want to make that as simple and easy as humanly possible. We want it to be an easy button that if someone doesn't know what trading is, or doesn't know what algorithmic trading is, or doesn't know anything about the financial markets, that they can say yes, push the easy button, connect to it, and start seeing some really great returns. So those will come at a further date down the road. Our target date, and when we say target date, that's a date that we definitely do not want to miss, will not miss, but most likely be the 1st of June. So, some weeks after we turn the thing on. And so be excited. We're real close. And when I say that we're real close, we are incredibly, incredibly close. I don't have an exact date yet. The main reason for that is we got to get through a couple of hurdles. Number one, connecting all the APIs when it comes to the travel. Once we know that, we've tested it, we'll definitely be there. Now, we've also got word of some people, and I know Eric addressed this on a Zoom the other day, of some people having questions on some enrollments. We have definitely enrolled a few people. The main reason for that is we wanted to test. We want to make sure that our payment processing is working around the globe. We've caught a couple little glitches with that. One in a country in Asia. I had a person today from Russia that was enrolling, with just making sure all of our crypto enrollments are working. And so we definitely want to make sure that when we turn this thing on, we expect the floodgates to be open. We expect an absolutely massive stampede. But we want to make sure we can test as much as humanly possible to eliminate any potential errors. And so we have had some of that happen go on, but that will be stopping here in the near future. And from that point, we will pick a date, and that date we will let you guys know. We'll give you a countdown on that before you guys will actually be able to turn on, have some fun, be waiting for that link. We are all excited. We're excited to bring you the value. We're excited to bring everything we have here. We're incredibly excited about, our brand, this vision that basically has been created in our brains the last handful of decades. Even though we didn't know we were going to be doing this, as soon as we saw it and we got it, we're like, you know what? I want this, and this based on all of our history and what we've been through and the experience that we've definitely happened. So I'm actually going to step out of the way, and we're going to give you one of our reveals for one of our new resources. Natalie, do you want me to share, or do you want to share it?
First, I want to just say a couple of words, and then
Hold on, no. I gotta pull rank here. I gotta give Natalie a proper introduction. Nick, of course you love her. She happens to be your wife, and now we all know for sure. Not only can Eric recruit, but Nick outkick his coverage as well. I want to just do a proper introduction here. What you'll find with me is I drive all my business partners crazy. My mind just works in a whole different way. Especially Orcon, who you're going to hear more and more from, our tech unicorn and partner here, and his whole team behind him, domestically based. And when we first started going here, I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of money out of my own pocket on the top designers in the world. And I went through 5. And I said, I'm going to pay you X amount, which is ridiculous. And you're going to give me 6 or 7 slides, and we'll see if this is a fit. And it was 0 for 1. 0 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 5. And because Nick's got this really intuitive sense when people are just feeling a certain way. And I remember he just reached out. I was like, Eric, what can I help you with? You seem a little frustrated, stressed out, a little anxious. I said, bro, I got to find somebody that can take what's in here and just put it out for the world at a world-class standard, like the likes of Apple and that sort of thing. And Nick's like, well, my wife's pretty good at this stuff. And I'm like, you're just now telling me? So he's like, but it's got to be you and Larry. You and Larry, he wanted to respect the familial line. So Larry and I, we wanted to put the full court press on her, but out of respect for Nick, we're like, Natalie, here's what we're thinking. Here's our vision. Here's our heart. And this woman, has been such a tremendous blessing. And then we got Janice, we got Nikki, we got Bronson, we got a whole other team that works with her, but our VP of creation. And Natalie, I just want to give you a proper introduction. You've had a lot of success in the industry, out of the industry. You know how to build, you know how to relay messages in a way that infuses our core values. And your talent to me is just absolutely unprecedented. And when we come across fellow unicorns, we get them in the stable with us here. And I just want to do a proper introduction. So friends, for the first time on camera, our VP of what do we say? VP of creative development.
Yeah.
Whatever title you want, Natalie, but we are so blessed to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Sorensen. Take it away, young lady.
Thank you so much, Eric. I'm excited to see all of you tonight. I know there's hundreds and hundreds of people on here, and to stay in the tone of our mission, I align with all of these things that these guys have shared. And I'm going to get really real with y'all here for a second before I show y'all an exciting tool that I haven't slept much in the last few days trying to create for you guys. But I want to tell y'all that I really respect somebody being real and straightforward. I am not a shoot the breeze kind of person. And so all hundreds and hundreds of you, if you guys meet me face to face, I hope very soon, here's what I want from you. In the first 2 minutes of coming into my presence, I want to know why. I want to know why you're here, why you get up every day, why you're a part of Nélo Life, why you want to create things, what you're looking forward to in the future, and all of that. I mean, I love dogs, but I don't really care if you have a dog, if you have an animal, you know, I really want to know your heart. And so I wanted to get on and share with you guys why I'm here. And I'm a storyteller, so I'm going to take y'all back to the first date that I ever went on.